Right. Good evening to you all. So I think in the yesterday class, I have covered about the DNS server. Mainly, I think we have discussed about DNS server. So today we will continue our lesson from where we left in the last class. Okay. So. Right. So before starting the class, I would like to ask some questions from you. Through the questions, we can enter into the lesson. So my first question is, I think in the last class we have discussed this topic. What is a protocol, right? So my question is, what is the protocol? So I think it is better to answer the questions. If you know the answer, please raise your hands. Then I can unmute the person, then he can tell the answer to me. So if anybody know the answer, please raise your hands, right? Okay. One person has raised their hands. So we will give a chance for them, right, to talk about that. Right. Shamila Udayankani is raising the hand, so I'm unmute. Right. Shamila, just you can tell.
Yes, sir.
Okay, tell. Can you hear me?
Yes, I hear.
Okay. So my question is, what is the protocol?
Protocols mean set of the rules of communicate.
Right. Set of the rules.
To communicate.
Right.
Set of rules. Rules to communicate.
Right. Okay. Very good. Thank you. Right. So,
Thank you, sir.
she said, protocols mean set of rules which are used in a communication. So that's the correct answer. Now let's see. Here in my slide, I have given system of law operated in computer networks. Right. So you can write the answer in your own words also. There are so many different definitions are there. So once again, I'm telling the answer for you. So protocols mean a set of rules which are used in a communication. That means, for an example, if you want to enter into a classroom, okay, can you directly go into the classroom? No, you can't directly enter the classroom. For an example, the teacher is taking a lesson. So there are some specific rules are there you have to follow. First of all, you have to say, excuse me. If the teacher says yes, then you have to say, you have to ask, Miss, may I come in? If the Miss say yes, you can come in only, you can enter into the class. If you say no, you can't, or you may not come in, then you can't enter the class. So that is the protocol. That means if you want to enter into a classroom, there are some specific rules are there to be followed. Like that, in internet communication, when two devices are communicating or sharing files, there are some specific rules. Those rules has to be followed by those two devices to do the communication. So that is the protocol, right? Now, let's talk about, there are so many popular protocols are there which are used in internet communication. So in the last class, we have discussed about, I think, 4 or 5 protocols. So can you please name those protocols? Any of you, if you know the names of the protocols, please raise your hands. You can, no problem, you can at least name 1 or 2 protocols. Any of you, if you know the answer, please raise your hands. I think no one is raising the hand. Right. Right, 2 are raising the hands. Now I give the chance for the Roshan. I don't know if it's a girl or boy. Right, now let's give a chance for
Sir, HTTP.
HTTP, good. Then
TCP. TCP.
Right, good. Then other than that,
ICMP.
ICMP. Right. Okay, right. Let's see. Right. Then other than that, there are any other protocols?
SMTP,
SMTP.
FTP.
Right. Okay. Okay. Very good. Thank you very much. Right. Now, let's see the protocols. I think he has named 4 protocols. Let's see what are those protocols. One is HTTP, Hypertext Transfer Protocol. Second one, TCP/IP, Transmission Control Protocol or Internet Protocol. Third one is FTP, File Transfer Protocol. Then SMTP, Simple Mail Transfer Protocol. Last one is ICMP, Internet Control Message Protocol. But there are so many protocols are there in the internet communication or in the internet field. But here in your syllabus, they have mentioned these 5 protocols. Okay? Now let's see what is the function of these protocols. Let's talk about the HTTP. HTTP is a protocol which is working or which is the base for a World Wide Web or for exchanging HTML documents. That means while you are browsing internet, while you are viewing a web page, there are so many hyperlinks are there. If you click on that hyperlink, you would be directed to another page or another video to another website. So that kind of technology is based on HTTP. Okay. Then TCP/IP. Here TCP/IP means, so already we have discussed the IP address is very important in the networking. Without an IP address, the internet is impossible. All the computers are connected to internet based on IP, and the computers are communicating between each other using IP address. Okay, so the IP address is based on TCP/IP protocol. Okay, have you got my point? The IP address is based on TCP/IP protocol. That is enough for you. Later in your higher level studies, you can learn more about these things. For all level, that's enough. Okay, right. Then SMTP, Simple Mail Transfer Protocol. This protocol is used to exchange emails, right? For transferring, for exchanging our emails, we are using this Simple Mail Transfer Protocol, right? Especially, I think this protocol is used to send the email. Okay, to send the email from one computer to another computer, we are using SMTP, right? Then FTP. FTP is File Transfer Protocol. That means this protocol can be used to send and receive different size of files. Or simply says, to exchange files, we can use FTP. Then ICMP. ICMP, what is the ICMP stands for? Informing and controlling messages when there are errors. Sorry, so that's a function of the protocol. I think the ICMP stands for Internet Control Message Protocol. This protocol is used to troubleshoot the network. That means if you want to check a network whether the computers are connected properly, we can use this ICMP protocol. Using this protocol, we can check all the computers are connected correctly or not. If there are any problems in the network or the connection between two computers, there will be error message, right? The error message is created through this ICMP protocol. So simply you can remember this protocol. ICMP protocol is used to troubleshoot the network connections, okay, or to check whether the connection is correct or not. So that is the purpose of ICT protocol. Right, okay. Now, I think this is the topic today we are going to start as a new topic. All those things, the protocols, I think we have discussed in the last class also. Right, today here we are going to talk about client-server model, right? So there might be questions, why we are discussing about the client-server model in the internet? Because the reason is the internet is based on client-server model. There are so many different models are there in the networking. Peer-to-peer is there, point-to-point, like that. Different models are there. But the internet is based on client-server model. So we have to get an idea what is client-server model. Right, let's see what is a client-server model. Right, here I have given a point. The internet is a wide area network which is based on client-server model. let's see, look at this picture. In this picture, you can see this computer, right? It is called a server, right? These two computers are called as client. So client server model mean, so these are the clients, they are going to request different services from the server. So if they need anything or if they need any services, they can request from the server. Whatever they request from the server will deliver those services to the client. This is the client server model. Normally the client would be less powerful, right? Because they are getting services from the server. The server would be more powerful than client because he has to deliver services to the client. So he has to be more powerful than clients. Okay, so this is the client server model. So the internet is also functioning based on this client server model, right? Now here we are going to talk about what is a server, right? Let's see what is a server. The computer that distributes the resources required by the client computer. So what is a server? Server is also a computer. Don't think it's like a something different electronic device. It's not a different electronic device. It is also a computer, but it's a powerful computer. Sometimes it would be larger than our normal computers. Okay, right. Why do we call it as a server? Because it is going to distribute resources to the client computers. Or in other words, it is going to deliver the services to the client computer. That's why we are calling it as server. So exactly, if you want to tell why do you call it as a server, because this computer is serving to the clients. Since it's serving to the clients, we are calling it as server. Right. Now we're going to talk about the client computer. So what's a client computer? The computer which requests and gets services from a server. So it's very simple. So who is the client? The computers or the electronic devices which are getting services from the server is called as clients. So in this picture, the image, this is a server. These three, this laptop, mobile phone, and the desktop, these three things can be defined as clients. Why? Because these people are going to get services from this server, right? But normally, first of all, they have to start the communication. That means normally server does not talk with the clients. It would be silent. So if client needs anything, he has to start the communication. First of all, he has to make the request to the server. Whatever he requests from the server, then that server will deliver that service to the clients. So that is a client computer. Well, now here we are going to, in this slide, we are going to talk about different servers which are involved in the internet. That means different servers which are used in the internet communication. Let's see what are those servers. First one, web server. Second one, mail server. Third one, DNS server. As I said earlier, so there are so many servers are there in the internet field, but here in your grade 10 syllabus, only these three servers are included. So we are going to get an idea about these servers, right? First of all, let's see about what is a web server, right? Web server means it is a computer that distributes web pages to the client computers, right? That means I think already I have told about web server, but here I would like to give a more depth explanation about the web server. Web server mean normally for an example, I want to see the bbc.com website. So I'm going to type the www.bbc.com in my laptop. So my laptop is going to request these pages from a server. Which server? BBC server. It might be located in UK. So my laptop is going to request BBC server from UK. I need BBC web pages, or I need some pages from your website. So for my request, the BBC server from UK will send those web pages to my laptop. So that computer can be defined as a web server. So in other words, we can say the computer which has the web pages. So the computer in which the web pages are stored can be called as web server, right? So we are seeing, or we are viewing a lot of different sites of web pages and websites. All these web pages are served in a web server. Okay, right. Now let's talk about mail server. What is the mail server, right? Before talking about a mail server, I want to discuss about example. So all of you know about the function of a post office. What does the post office do? So what is the function of a post office? For an example, if I send a letter to a friend who is living in Bambalapitiya, Colombo, if I post a letter, will that letter directly send to my friend's address, or it has to pass so many places, or it has to be exchanged through so many places? Normally, the letter would not be directly sent to the Bambalapitiya. So first of all, my letter would be collected by the Vaunia post office. Then that letter would be sent to the Colombo post office. From Colombo post office, that letter would be sent to the Bambalapitiya post office. From there only, my letter would be delivered to my friend's house. So in a normal mail communication, right, what is the function of a post office? The same function is played by mail server. So in our email communication, the mail server is doing the same function like a post office. So I think now you would have get a clear idea about mail server. Let's see. Mail server means a server that handles and delivers email over the internet. So once again, what is a mail server? A server which handles and delivers emails over the internet. So that means, once again, I'm giving more explanation about that. If I send an email to one of you, first of all, that mail would be served in a mail server. For an example, if it is a Gmail server, my email would be served in my Gmail server first. So there would be a folder for me, or specific area would be allocated for me. From that Gmail server, then that email would be transferred to a Yahoo server or another Gmail server. From that server, sometime the mail would be delivered to your laptop or to your mobile phone. So sometime in some of our email communication, there might be one server would be involved. In some communication, there might be 3 or 4 mail servers are involved, like a normal postal communication, right? Like that. So I think now you got an idea about mail server. Right now, next we are going to talk about DNS server. I think I don't want to give more explanation about DNS server because we have clearly discussed about this topic, and I have thoroughly explained this topic. But simply, I would like to say a simple explanation about this. What is the purpose of DNS server? DNS server maintain a directory of domain names and translate them to internet protocol addresses. So once again, in simple words, DNS server is used to translate the domain name into IP addresses. So that is the purpose of DNS server. So look at this table. So as I discussed in the last class, so this kind of table or database would be maintained by the DNS server. So if you provide the domain address to the DNS server, the DNS server will find the equivalent IP address and it will resend the IP address to you. So that is the purpose of DNS server. Right, now let's see. So there is one more topic, downloading. So what do you mean by downloading? Let's see. I think all of you know what is downloading, but you must have if they ask you in an examination point of view, you should be able to define the word what is downloading. Okay, let's see here. Retrieving information from the server computers to the client computers. So already we have discussed the internet is based on client server model. So there are servers are there, like that there are clients. So normally that means users, normal users, our laptops or our mobile phones can be called as clients because we are requesting different services from the servers. So we are clients So there are servers, they are serving to us. So what do you mean by downloading? If anything received from the server to the client, that is called as downloading. For an example, in your mobile phone, you might watching different websites, you might watching videos, you might seeing different images in the internet. So normally all these resources, materials are delivered to you from a server. So to your client PC or mobile phone. So this is called as downloading. So keep it in your mind. Some of the people, they think, what do you mean by downloading? Mean they think if you click on a word download, that only would be defined as downloading. That is wrong. So downloading means if you receive anything from a web server or from a server, that is called as downloading. For an example, I am just watching a news website homepage. So that is also downloading. How did I get that homepage? Did that homepage served in my computer, or otherwise did I get that home news page from the web server? I got it from a web server. Okay, that page was delivered from a web server. So that is also downloading. So whatever you see in the internet, whatever you see, it may be a video, photo, or a normal web page, or a software program, everything would be called as downloading. Right? So what is downloading? Retrieving information from the server computers to the client computers. So that is called as downloading. Now let's talk about, here we're going to talk about uploading. So what is uploading? Providing information from client computer to server computer. That means this topic can be taken as vice versa. What is downloading? Getting files or getting materials from the server to the client is downloading. Then what is uploading? Sending materials or files or data from a client computer to a server computer can be defined as uploading. So I think now you're clear. So you should have a clear idea about what is downloading, what is uploading. Right now, I think these are the things today I have planned, right? Because in our earlier classes, our class was interrupted. So many technical issues was there. Sometimes the time was not enough for us to cover the topics. So today I have reduced the content. So these are the things today I have planned to deliver you. So now let's go to the summary. So what are the things today we have discussed? First, we have discussed about the, I think the protocols. Protocol mean the rules or the set of rules which are used, which are followed when two devices are communicating in a network or in internet. So once again, what is a protocol? The rules which are followed or which are used by two devices in a network to communicate. That is protocol. Right. Later, after that, we have talked about different protocols. I think we have talked about SMTP, Simple Mail Transfer Protocol. Why do you use that protocol? To send emails or to exchange emails, we use SMTP protocol. Then we talked about HTTP, Hypertext Transfer Protocol. For the World Wide Web, that means almost all the websites are functioning based on HTTP protocol. Then I think we talked about the FTP, File Transfer Protocol, that is used to exchange files. It might be small files or large files from a server to client. To exchange files from server to client, we are using FTP protocol. Then there was one more protocol, I think, I also forgot the name. So I think that might be, right. So just one more protocol is there. I think that was ICMP. What is the purpose of ICMP protocol? This protocol is used to troubleshoot the network. That means it is used for repairing purpose. When we are checking a network, whether the network is working properly, for that purpose, we are using that ICMP protocol. If there are any errors in the network, you will get an error message. How do you get the error message? Because of this ICMP protocol, right? Like that, there is one more protocol, TCP IP protocol. So that is the very, very important protocol in internet, because the internet is working based on IP address, right? So the IP address is based on TCP IP protocol. So I think that's enough on this protocols, right? Now let's come to the point. Later we have talked about client server model, right? You know, the internet is based on the client server model, right? What is the client server model? Normally the clients will request services from the server. When the client requests a service from the server is going to deliver that service. That is the client server model. The internet is also functioning based on client server model. Then we have talked about the server. What is the server? The computer. Server is a computer which is going to deliver the services to the client computer. So whatever requested by the client would be delivered by the server. That is a server computer. Normally, the server computer would be more powerful than a client computer, because the server has to serve so many computers. Then we have talked about the client computer. Who is a client computer? The computer which gets services from a server is a client computer. Normally, our laptops, our desktops, the mobile phones we are using, all these can be included into client, or can be categorized as client computer. Then we have talked about some internet server computers. Yes, there are three types of, there are so many servers are there, but here we have discussed about three servers. What are they? One is web server, second one mail server, third one DNS server. What is a web server? The computer which has the web pages, or the computer in which the web pages are stored. That is called as web server. All right. Then mail server. What is the mail server? Mail server is equivalent. Its function can be compared with the function of a post office in a mail communication. So mail server is used for the to store the emails, and exchange the emails. Okay, that is the purpose of mail server. Then I think we have talked about the DNS server. What is the purpose of DNS server? DNS server is used to translate the domain name into IP address. So that is the purpose of DNS server. I think then we have talked about downloading and uploading. So these are the two concepts. What is downloading? That means getting files and materials from a server to the client computer is called as downloading. Whatever you get from a server is called as downloading. Uploading means sending files from a client to a server computer is called as uploading. So that is downloading and uploading, right? So these are the things today we have discussed. Now I would like to go to the questions. So first, today we have enough time. I think we have 10 more minutes, so I can ask you questions. So I would like to give a chance for you to answer orally. So my first question is, so keep it in your mind. If you know the answer, please raise your hands. Then I can give a chance to you talk, okay? The first question is, which protocol is used for mail exchange? Okay, have you got my question? You can see the question in your screens. Which protocol is used for mail exchange? If you know the answer, please raise your hands. Right, let's see. Right, two people are raising the hands. So that means, so others, they don't understand the lesson, I think. Right, let's give a chance for Shamila.
Sir?
Hello, Shamila, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
What's the answer?
SMTP protocol?
Can you say me, what do you mean by SMTP? SMTP stands for what?
Simple Mail Transfer Protocol?
Right, okay, very good. Very good, right. So she has given the right answer, Tamila. Roshan also has raised the hands, but I will give the next chance to him. So the protocol which is used for the mail exchange is SMTP. So what does it mean? SMTP means Simple Mail Transfer Protocol. Based on that protocol only, we are sending emails. So keep it in your mind to send the emails we are using SMTP, right? So my next question, right? So what is a protocol? So I think already I have discussed about this question. So I would like to change the question. So to check the internet connections. So in a network, I want to check whether the two computers are connected properly. I want to check it. Which protocol can be used for that purpose? So if you know the answer, please raise your hands. Sorry, wait a minute. Anybody? So this time I would like to give a chance to, right, Achini, right. Hello, Achini, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
So what's the answer?
ICMP protocol.
Right, good. So, right, ICMP protocol, very good. Now I would like to give a chance to Roshan. Roshan,
Yes, sir.
can you hear me? Roshan?
Yes, sir.
Right. My question is, so she said the protocol which is used to take the internet connection or the connection between two computers. We can use that.
Yes.
I forget the names of the protocol. I think, what's the name of the protocol?
ICMP.
ICMP protocol, right. So what does mean by ICMP? That means ICMP stands for what?
Internet Control Message Protocol.
Right, okay, very good, right. Very good, right. So now let's go for the third question. What is TLD? What is the TLD which represent India? So my question is, there we have already discussed about top level domain. There are two types of top level domains. One domains are used to indicate the geographical regions or to indicate the countries. One type of top level domains are there to indicate which type of institution or which type of institution that website belongs. So here I am talking about to represent the India, what is the TLD? What is the top level domain? So anybody, do you know the answer for that question? So here I would like to give a chance. Right, well, let's see, anybody raising the hands? Right, now let's give a chance for Chamila and Achini. What about others? Right, I think very good for Chamila and Achini, but I don't, now I would like to give the chance to for all of you. So if you know the answer, please put it in the chat box. Some are feeling shy to talk with me, so it's better to put the answer in the chat box. Let's see the answer in the chat box. Right, achini.in, right, ravanrismi.in, taxila.in, shamila.in, praveen.in, right, very good. Everybody, they have answered correctly. Most of them have answered correctly. Right, the TLD which represent India is .in. Okay, to represent the Sri Lanka, what is the TLD? Anybody can do you know the TLD to represent Sri Lanka? Right, very good. Prashant, Madhu, right, Ravan, Kavin, right, everybody, LK, Takshila, LK, right, very good. That's the correct answer for Sri Lanka. So next question, what is a web server? Here I would like to give a chance to answer orally, right? So if you know the answer, please raise your hands. Don't feel shy to talk with me. Sometimes the answer may be wrong. That's not a big issue. Just talk with me. Right, now let's see who is raising the hands. Right, always the Roshan and Shamila, they are raising the hands. I think they have got the lesson thoroughly. Always they are raising the hands. I would like to get the answer from somebody else, a new person. Right, anyhow, right, let's give a chance to Roshan. All right, I would like to give a chance to Achini. Right, Achini. Hello, Achini. Can you hear me? All right. Takshila is also raising the hands. So let's give a chance to her. Takshila, can you hear me? Hello, Takshila. Takshila,
Yes, sir.
can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, I can.
Hello, I think I couldn't hear her, but I have unmuted her. Right, let's give a chance to Takshila. I couldn't hear you. I'm sorry, but I like to give a chance to. Already, Achini has raised the hands. Right, let's give a chance to Achini. Can you hear me? Achini.
Yes, sir.
Hello, Achini.
Yes, sir, I can hear.
Oh, my question is, what is a web server?
Computer that dis-
Computer that.
computer that disturb with web pages to the client computer.
Right, very good. Right. So I would like to repeat the answer. The computer which deliver the web pages to the client computer is a web server. Okay, very good, and and thank you for all others who has raised the hands. Right. So these are the questions I think I have included for this lesson. So now the time is going to be finished. So today I think I have covered the complete area to which I have planned. So my next class, I think I will let you know through my WhatsApp group. So please, I request you, if there are any of your friends who are interested or who are doing English medium ICT, please let them to join with my group. Just you can send their numbers to me, then I can join them with me. And also today I have planned to upload my today's lesson to the YouTube channel. Later I will inform I will share the link to you. So if anybody have missed the class, you can see the YouTube video. And also if you couldn't understand the lesson or the topics, also you can go through that YouTube channel, right? So today mostly I would upload that.